Good morning. I'm down here with my log beehive, and this log has been running for 5 years now, uninterrupted, never opened, never fed, never treated, and it's never died out. Now that's not the case for all the log hives, but in this case, it is. It's truly amazing, but that's not the reason why I'm doing this video. It's to talk about how special this log is to me. I come down here in the garden to talk to the bees. I talk to them in the good times. I talk to them in the bad times. There's a tradition called telling the bees, where the bees are apparently like this bridge between the natural world and the afterlife. So the tradition is that when somebody dies in the household, or specifically the beekeeper, you have to go to the hive and drape this black cloth and tell the bees that the master, the beekeeper, has died. And the point of that is so that the bees don't bugger off and leave you. They stay. And it's thought that if you don't tell the bees and then you sell the hive because the master's gone, that you bring bad luck to the person who acquires the hive. But there's an extension of that, or at least what I've done over the years with this log, is that I've just sat and talked to the bees about the good things that are going on. And more often I come down, so when things are tougher, and I just tell the bees what's going on. I've told the bees about, my problems, personal problems I've had, work problems I've had. I came down the morning that I found out my mother in Scotland died, and I told the bees, and it was like dark. That morning it was cold, it was February, and they were tucked up in there. And the truly amazing thing that happened was that as I was coming to the end of telling them about my mum, this solitary bee struggled out of this entrance carrying a dead bee and flew off. I believe what I've found, at least, is the more I am connected with nature, observing it, just being present, it's really calmed me down, and it's helped me come to terms with life. Now, why has it helped me come to terms with life? Well, when you get, when you start to get over 40 years old, over 50, you start to think, what's the point of it all? Actually, I think probably more people today, or younger people today, are thinking that more and more. And I think that's to do with just having like this total disconnect with nature. But what helps me come to terms is that I watch these bees. I don't go rummaging inside their house, I just leave them alone. But I watch them. They get up in the morning, they're getting ready to get going like they are right now. It's like 6:30 in the morning. And they're just starting to get going, to get their day's work done, to look after their family, to work on the next generation of honeybees. And then they die. It's that simple. And I don't know, I think I thought I was more special, like, woe is me, what's the point? I mean, why do I have to work all the time? That's life. You gotta get up in the morning and work. That's what you're built for, to survive. My personal belief is that if you're able-bodied and you're eating, you don't eat for free. You work, and then you eat. I mean, the one thing this video doesn't pick up is the smell, the aroma of the propolis, the comb, the honey. It's a strong, beautiful smell. So if you're anything like me, get yourself a log hive. They're free. Stand it upright. They're already hollow for the most part. Put a lid on it. Wait for the bees to turn up, or put a swarm in it. And then just come down and talk to the bees and tell them all about the good things that are going on in your life and all the difficult things that are going on in your life. And I promise you, the more that you do it, you'll eventually just come to terms with life. That you just work hard, be kind, be honest, be true, look after your family, and then you pass on that mantle to the next generation, and then you go on to the afterlife.